Hey ladies and gents, it's SpoonyPizzas here. I just wanted to provide a shorter, more concise breakdown video of the UFL gameplay reveal and just share my thoughts and impressions. I also spotted a new partnership during the live stream, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So Eugene here goes on to say that they were founded in 2016.
Strikers Inc. was established in December 2016 by the founders of Wiser and Playrix, renowned game developers. At that time, we only had 4 people working, including myself. In 3 years, we were 100, and now we have outgrown the milestone of 200 people around the world.
So whilst they were founded in 2016, they were still a very small studio starting out, and even now they have 200 people, which doesn't sound a lot, so one of the reasons we really shouldn't be expecting revolutionary gameplay. During the actual gameplay segment of the trailer, I was impressed with the celebrations, natural looking, nothing crazy going on, no pretending to ride on tractors or weird behind the goal celebrations or breakdancing moves with Harry Maguire. It looked very natural and realistic, and that's just a small part of the motion capture, and we'll be talking about the animations a little later on.
UFL's gameplay is designed to be fun, competitive, realistic looking and responsive.
Fair play to Eugene here for saying all the right things that us as football fans or fans of football games want to hear. Fun, competitive, realistic looking and responsive. And those are the key pillars. You know, anyone who enjoys a game of football has to have those as the key factors. But is it that way when we reach the gameplay trailer? Well, just wait and see.
The flagship mode in UFL is a global online league with a division-based ranking and fair matchmaking system that takes every player's personal performance into account and decides on the next opponent correspondingly.
So if I'm hearing this correctly, good players will more likely be paired against good players and bad players will be paired with other bad players. Whilst that sounds great, I do fear for the matchmaking mechanic, because obviously it will take you longer to find a match if that player is not available. So that matchmaking has to be on point if this is going to work.
There is no so-called handicap in the game. We don't try to change the game to make it work for both players. We give a player the right opponent to compete with and provide him with a learning curve that will bring satisfaction and gratification for mastering another skill level in the game.
This is probably the aspect of UFL that has got the most attention from PES and FIFA players. The fact they're aiming for a fair, non-scripted, balanced gameplay with no outside influences helping or handicapping players.
In UFL, you can create and develop your own club. The more you play and the more victories you earn, the more opportunities you have to strengthen your squad. You shape how your virtual team grows and evolves. You make decisions on player transfers, team formation, starting lineups, and match tactics. In addition, you have an option to upgrade not only your squad, but also your individual players by growing their skill or even training them to play in adjacent positions.
Now, if you've been playing FIFA Foot or PES My Club, you probably know what he's talking about building up a team. But I like the fact that they have recognized that there's tactics involved, objectives, missions, and other things that he's going to mention in just a second anyway. So if you have played those modes before, you know exactly what he's talking about.
The higher you climb in the league, the better the players and teams are matched against. Ultimately, you can qualify for the Premier Division, where players compete for the biggest rewards and wildcard spots in official pro tournaments and world championships, both on and offline.
He mentions about tournaments online and offline, and I'm going to assume they take it offline nearing the end. Similar to that of FIFA, when you see the likes of Tex and Co go up against each other in semi-finals and finals sat side by side.
There will also be a separate team-based ranking so that you can share the experience with your friends. Besides the league mode, there are a number of other play modes: non-league online matches, 2v2s, 3v3s,
2 vs 2, 3 vs 3. Now you're talking dirty to me, I love it.
online matches with friends, an offline mode to play casually, special events, missions, challenges, and custom tournaments, to name a few. Another great advantage of UFL is its seamless and persistent gameplay. There are no annual resets or wipes. Instead, there are seasons during which you are competing for the champion title. If you win it, you keep it with you forever in your trophy room. Play solo, play in a team with your friends, and become the UFL champion. A simple and fun concept to play.
They then have a video showcasing the different partnerships: West Ham, Monaco, Besiktas, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Sporting, Rangers, Shakhtar Donetsk, Celtic, and BDI Spoony here Also noticed AC Milan, which hasn't been announced yet to my knowledge. They also have a partnership with #United, which is a very shrewd move, a team who are very popular on YouTube right now. They then announced their ambassadors, Zinchenko, Lukaku, Firmino, De Bruyne, and then they unveiled one of, if not arguably the greatest player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo. But I admittedly watched this with gritted teeth as it was super cringe, to be honest.
Hi Cristiano, welcome to our show and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Eugene, and cheers to all of the football fans and gamers around the world. I'm happy to announce my partnership with UFL. This is a revolutionary project in football gaming. UFL brings a competitive and fair-to-play experience to every gamer. Hey Eugene, let's do this and show what everyone has been waiting for.
And I'm sure the part you've all been waiting for, the breakdown of the gameplay.
A future where there is online.
First off, please can we get rid of the directional arrow next to the player or have the ability to turn it off. If this is aimed at pros, I'm sure they know how to use the left analog stick.
And football for all. A future where free.
Now, I was quite harsh in the live stream about this defender not marking Antonio. It's not like Antonio spun in behind or produced some tricky movement to get away from him. He's literally trotted into the penalty box and is like, cheers. Further inspection though, this is Matsima from Monaco, who is probably a low rated defender, and I could let this slide until I saw this image from Twitter. Just look at the marking. I do love the animations in this game. The foot planting looks good from what I've seen so far, but the low frames per second in the video don't exactly help. The user interface looks very clean and it puts Konami to shame really, thinking they've been doing this for 30 plus years and haven't managed to produce anything nearly as good as this. And it looks like UFL have got detailed tactics as well in their game, unlike eFootball 2022.
Journey. We compete in matches where skill is.
This is a very short snippet of gameplay and it really is hard to judge even after multiple replays, but it does look responsive. But once again, until that controller is in our hands, the jury will always be out.
Deciding factor. Experiencing moments of exhilaration.
Now, NetPhysics enthusiasts are definitely going to be disappointed in the gameplay trailer, but I'm sure by release they would have improved these physics, to be honest. And it was at this point in the trailer where I noticed the AC Milan banners across the top of the stadium.
Can relate to. We overcome challenges, taking on new opponents and old rivals.
I love this league table format where you can actually see where you are in the league with wins, draws and losses. I really think that is the way to go instead of these silly ranking systems, especially in PES, which is bloody awful.
We propel our clubs to incredible heights, attracting star players and nurturing new talents as we create our ultimate footballing lineup to take on all comers and let the world know what it really means to be the best. This is what the future of online football looks like.
I really love the animation of this volley. It looks really natural. The player gets his body over the ball to strike it, and the way his standing leg elevates off the floor. And I really love the goalkeeper animation again in this clip as well. That's the good part. The bad part is again the net physics. They're so bad here. The net barely moves and the ball actually should spin and roll downwards, but somehow it pings back out unrealistically.
And how do we know? Well, we built it. And it's time for you to join us. UFL is coming when it's ready in 2022.
So this game's going to be available on the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and S, but there's no mention of PC, and that's a huge blow to the PC fan base, and I think it's going to be a blow to UFL as well. Anyway, I really want to hear what you guys think about UFL and the gameplay reveal. Jot down in the comments what you liked, what you disliked about the whole presentation, the gameplay, every single aspect. Did the guy talk too much? Was there enough content? Is there anything you're really excited about or hyped about? For me personally, this gameplay reveal has actually lowered my expectations, and they were already low going into this because I know it's a small team taking on two absolute giants in the likes of Konami and EA who have been making games for 20 plus years. It's going to take a miracle if anyone in their first attempt gets anywhere near those two giants. Hopefully we'll get to see more gameplay in the coming trailers, and there will be further breakdowns and live streams just like those today. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Gold star for you guys, and hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Until next time guys, take care. Bye bye.